roads in New Jersey. We keep hearing about New York and Connecticut talking about the roads that are unplanned and talking about New Jersey.
Well, we're looking at it very closely. We haven't taken the official step to ban driving on all the roads, but it's something we're watching very closely. We obviously have seen what's been done in other states, and it's something we do not rule out.
What kind of conditions are you seeing right now on your major roadways?
Well, we've got, we got less than an hour, I think 2,500 trucks on the road, and, at the moment, everything is flowing slowly. We have reduced speeds, but it's flowing. But it's going to get much worse, and I cannot state strongly enough that we really want people to stay off the road tonight and tomorrow.
If you are on the road and you realize conditions are getting too treacherous, what's your best advice?
My best advice is find a safe place, a rest area, get home as quickly as one can. If you're at work, I urge you to go home and get to your family, and the sooner you do that, the better.
All right, thank you, Commissioner. That's New Jersey DOT Commissioner Jamie Foxx. WCBS News Time, 3:23. Now, Long Island. Roads will be only open until 11 o'clock tonight, unless you're in an emergency vehicle. Let's go to WCBS reporter Peter Haskell, live in Millville. Peter.
And we have heavy snow now here in Millville, and when the wind does really impact visibility, we can see the LIE near exit 49. It is crawling in both directions. Governor Cuomo indicated that as of 11 o'clock tonight, all traffic on Long Island should cease with the exception of emergency vehicles. And he says the National Guard is already here.
Every kind of piece of equipment you can imagine, from plows to dump trucks to loaders.
650 pieces of equipment in all. Nassau County Executive Ed Mangano says his crews are more prepared than ever.
We have added since Superstorm Sandy. We now have close to a dozen high-axle vehicles.
Suffolk exec Steve Malone says they have snowmobiles if they're needed. Live in Melville, Peter Haskell, WCBS News Radio 880.
All right, thank you, Peter. Of course, the rush hour started early for a lot of folks today. Let's head over to Penn Station, New York, now. WCBS reporter Marla Diamond. Marla?
And the Liberty Road here at the LIRR and NJ Transit packed with people, and it's extremely quiet because everybody is nervously anticipating trying to be canceled. But we are not seeing cancellations just yet. We Transit will operations 8 p.m. as social incidents will not resume operations until Thursday. The LIRR that operation will be at the 11 p.m. No word on the tomorrow, but all the commuters that we have spoken to say they are taking their laptops home and they will work from home this week. The Diamond, WCBS News Radio 880.
People on their cells, but the service is getting spotty at times. Now let's go to Stanford. WCBS reporter Paul Murnane, where this light car is there to get your car off the road.
The first flakes are being given a heave-ho in Stanford under a snow emergency with ticket and tow vehicles parked along snow racks. Around 2,000 parking spaces are available for free in city garages for the duration. Mayor David Martin is thinking safety. The cost of the storm to the city to be determined.
A weekend or a holiday in the middle of the night as it is this time, whether or not the crews are going to do staying for as long as 24 hours, which they probably will.
The city is asking owners of all vehicles to find off-street parking. Patience is a virtue. Main roads and secondaries are the priorities. Dead-end streets and cul-de-sacs are farther down the list. From Stanford, Paul Murnane, WCBS News Radio 880.
WCBS News Time 3:25. A quick look at the numbers from Bloomberg. The Dow down 18 points. NASDAQ up 6, and the S&P is up 2. We're sponsored by Guildnet and by Capel Nissan. What do you want to hear first? Capel. Okay.
Capel, the dealer group New York has trusted for over 75 years, invite you to experience the excellence. We carry the best brands in the business. Nissan, Mazda, Volkswagen, and Subaru, plus hundreds of high-quality pre-owned vehicles. We're proud of our A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We're just minutes from all 5 boroughs, with locations from 78th Street to 42nd Street on Northern Boulevard. Call 855-99-DEALS. KAutoGroup.com. That's the letter KAutoGroup.com. Capel, where customer satisfaction is standard equipment.
Road trips are more fun. Put out the road. And now, with Amtrak, it's an even better deal than ever. Book by January 26th for travel between February 2nd and March 31st for 20%
10% off coach fares on many routes. With a dining car, onboard restrooms, and the most leg space ever, Amtrak eliminates the hassle of being on the road. Amtrak. Enjoy the journey. Visit Amtrak.com for more details. Restrictions apply. 7-day advance purchase required.
My mom isn't very tall, but she has a huge heart and is ready to help anyone at any time. But when Mom had a stroke, she didn't want anyone else's help, even though she really needed it for doctor visits, medications, bathing, shopping. The list is pretty long, and I needed help with Mom too. So I called GuildNet. Because Julie's mom had a chronic illness and had Medicaid and Medicare, she qualified for a GuildNet long-term care plan that will keep her safe in her home for as long as possible. And with GuildNet, Julie's mom can keep her own doctors too. If you have a loved one who has a chronic illness and if they have Medicaid or Medicaid and Medicare, they may be eligible for a GuildNet long-term care plan. Call 1-888-722-4040 to speak with a GuildNet care manager who speaks your language. My mom's heart is still as big as ever, but now she lets others help her out. Thank you, GuildNet. You're welcome, Julie.
You know how big this snow is? The show will not go on Broadway. All Broadway performances canceled because of the storm.
I'm floating out the window right now. Sure, it's a great white way out the window. It's 24 degrees to the Weather Center in a moment. First, Adrian Watson with the CBS traffic update.
And I am beside myself. I guess that means there's two of me. I wish I did have two of me right now. Every road is terrible right now. Just looking at Long Island roads, the eastbound LIE all the way through a good chunk of Suffolk, the westbound side of it, no picnic either. Same story on the southern state. The northern state bad, the southbound Meadowbrook, Wanchall Parkway. Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway, not that terrible. Southbound Cross Island Parkway getting very heavy. Again, if you have a choice of a parkway or not a parkway, you're usually better going with the not a parkway option. Eastbound Jackie Robinson Parkway, it's a parkway. It is jammed the entire length of Bell Parkway, now loaded up from the Verrazano Bridge all the way out to Prospect Boulevard. This report sponsored by Panera Bread. Eat adventurously at Panera Bread with their new Asian-inspired broth bowls. Try a soba noodle bowl or a lentil quinoa bowl. Served with chicken or vegetarian options, topped with a steaming soy miso broth. They're all under 410 calories. Stop by Panera to explore more or order online at PaneraBread.com. Now the latest from the WCBS Weather Center.
Well, right now, 20 degrees, and we have ramped up the snowfall rates. A heavy snow out there right now. A little bit ahead of schedule, but the storm itself is acting as forecast. It's going to end up being a beast of snow. Got some snow accumulating around the area as we speak. We're sticking with those snowfall totals where I think a good chunk of the area sees 1 to 2 feet of snow, less as you go further west, and then if you go out to the east end of Long Island, maybe into Connecticut as well, you see some spots getting 2 feet up to 3 feet of snow. A big storm. Tomorrow is the worst of it with the winds kicking in as well. Some of those wind gusts 50, 60 miles per hour. They were talking about a hurricane force wind watch for portions of our area. Hurricane force winds 74 miles per hour. Okay, I mean, this is a big, violent storm. I think our coastal areas kind of a tough go of it. I mean, coastal erosion, coastal flooding. So listen, let's keep that in mind. And then as you get into your day Wednesday, this will all be gone. It's mostly sunny. It's about 28 degrees. Thursday and Friday, there's another little disturbance that comes through the area. The most likely time to see snow again would be Thursday night. But anytime Thursday, there's a slight chance for a snow shower at 28. Thursday night's more likely, and then a chance could linger into Friday as well. Friday's high temperature at about 32 to 34 degrees. In the CBS Weather Center, I'm Lonnie Quinn.
Thank you, Lonnie. WCBS News Time, 3:30.
News, traffic, and weather for New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. We are WCBS News Radio 880, Monday, January 26th. Good afternoon. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Wayne Cabot. Today on the Afternoon Roundup, sponsored by the all-new BMW of Manhattan.
The blizzard of 2015 is cracking as expected, and public services are shutting down.
MTA Transit, Metro North, and the Long Island Railroad are all suspending service this evening.
City subways will limit service. All New York City public schools will close tomorrow.
Travel by car will be banned tonight in the city, Long Island, Connecticut, and maybe elsewhere.
Gordon Damer tells us translates what's
Blizzard from the meteorologists who founded Weather Underground.
WCBS News Time 3:31. The afternoon roundup starts now.
Tracking the storm. Covered sponsored by the Jeep Cherokee. Built free. Now the latest from WCBS. Late developments. No traffic allowed on city streets after 11 p.m. unless you are driving an emergency vehicle. Same thing for Long Island in New York, as schools are canceled tomorrow and Regents exams are rescheduled.
A travel ban begins at 9 p.m. in Connecticut, where snowfall amounts are still projected to hit 2, maybe even 3 feet.
That's the story.